Welcome to Alton Towers, where today it's Scarefest! Hex is back open, fantastic, let's get on that. Let's enjoy all of these various mazes, which are, spoiler alert, really damn good. And have a great time with lots of our fantastic detectives. So hit like, hit subscribe, and join us as we investigate. Starting our day here at Scarefest, of course, with the Curse at Alton Manor. Lovely little run through with the gang, so Detective Whitmore is here. We've also got Crafts and Creds with us. Unfortunately, no Trommel Tunnel, which is a shame. And weirdly, it all felt a lot darker than normal, which I don't think it's a thing. I think because we've been up since 5:30, it's going to be a long day. I feel like my senses are already somehow shutting down, and it's like, just got to pace myself, pace my energy. However, what's new and back is Hex, legend of the tree stuff and all that cursey nonsense. So, what's more perfect than Hex for Scarefest? So let's head back. I'm just checking the time. Cool, we got 10 minutes till it opens. Staggered openings today. So I think we're going to head that way and see what's updated in the curse. Not the curse, in the vault. This is curse. What am I on about? Andy, Crafts and Creds, first time here with the agency. How do you feel?
Very good. Good to be on park again. Yeah, I mean, Hex is good. I like the changes. Only second time for me that. So yeah.
Ever?
Ever.
I
am the wimp. I am the wimp of the group. Yeah, more forceful than what I remember. But yeah, the pre-shows are good. Yeah, just shutting my eyes most of that one. But yeah, I'm glad I did it because it's been a while.
Well, I didn't shut my eyes, so I definitely saw a lot of updates, and the main updates are the lighting.
Yeah, really good.
There's more lighting in the room at the beginning, lighting with the pre-show, and it's like, sorry, spoilers, lighting in the pre-show, which is cool. We had the generator effects more into the tunnel, and then the actual vault itself, where obviously the ride is housed, was definitely vamped up with lights. Almost too many lights. I liked the sort of lighting on the branch itself, on the log.
Yeah, it feels brighter as well when you go in the first bit. That feels a lot brighter than it used to.
Did you like the lights on the log though? The almost fairy light to light?
Yeah, I suppose the ones on the roof were better for me. I just know
at the end, that I genuinely was like, whoa, that really blew me away. But the snowy bit, hello, ladies.
Hi.
You like the snowy bit or not?
Yeah, I liked the snowy bit, but I didn't like the twinkle tree in the middle. I liked it as a piece, but I just don't think it fitted everything else with the ride. So it looked great and it was great, and I get it's like magical and stuff, but the atmospheric lighting's better for me.
It's when it started going different colours, so
it was a bit
colouring starts going orange and green. Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and we respect that. but you're wrong. I thought
you loved it. You were
I thought it was great. I thought it was so magical, and I mean, essentially, like, we believe the ride itself has been improved, right? So reliability is better. The capacity on there is crazy because there's so many different rooms, so many pre-shows, different areas to queue in, and when you get through that first bit, you've then got lots to look at, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think all the lighting does enhance the experience, and it's by far the best Madhouse I have ever done, and I can say that because I've done at least 3 new ones this year.
I've done loads, and it's still my favourite.
It's the best one. The story, the ride itself felt quite intense, as we said as well. I don't know if that's because anything's changed, but that was definitely better. But I thought it was great, and the lighting just adds to it. I thought it was really magical, really fits it. Is there merch? I don't know. I would like some, please.
Yeah, I want a bag.
Loved it, absolutely loved that. So I'm definitely not on the fence. I am very much Team Hex. So are we saying yay?
Yay.
Happy on that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Happy on that?
I'll do it again. I'll do it again now. Yeah.
Good.
Right
now? Oh no, we've got other bits to do now, but it's been good to hang out. So thank you for investigating with us.
Thank you.
We're going to have to swap out Crafts and Creds for some other detectives very soon, but that is Hex win from us. So we did just find Adam here, back on the agency, back investigating with us.
Nice
Hex.
to see you again. Yes, finally.
Yeah,
managed to
back on
get
it.
back on it. I've missed that ride so much. It's been, what, I think 2 years since I last took my ride on there, and it is my favourite Madhouse ever. You know, I'm not really normally a fan of the Madhouse attractions that Vekoma manufacture because they make me feel a little bit nauseous, but Hex, I don't know, there's something about it that is just so special. And Alton Towers went to a great effort to preserve the ride for future generations to come. It's, you know, 24 years old now, so it's getting to that point where Alton Towers needed to think, are we going to keep this ride or are we going to replace it with something else? And I am delighted that they made the decision to maintain Hex and keep it up and running. And there's things in there that I loved. I think the initial queue line and the Octagon is the best that I have ever seen it. I don't know about you, Mikey, but it's phenomenal in there.
I'm Team Hex. I was saying before.
Me too.
I'm Team Hex.
Proper Team Hex. So I love that. My one bit of constructive criticism that I would have is I think the vault now is a little bit too bright. It's all about the immersion of being in that ride, and I wanted it to just be a little bit darker in there because it always was really dark and quite mysterious. But I can see why they've added that lighting in there, and I think Alton Towers, they're really going to tweak Hex over the closed season, and they're going to make sure that it's going to be a lot darker and more immersive in there. But it's beautiful, and I don't really understand a lot of the massive criticisms about it because it's gorgeous. Like
it is.
It's a beautiful ride.
I'm very much like Team Hex. I loved it as it is, but when we were chatting earlier, Detective Whitmore did say the ending feels more magical than spooky, and I think that's very fair.
Yeah,
but what we know from Towers is they will listen to feedback when it's constructive, which is great. I mean, look at Curse of Alton Manor. There were so many changes made to that, and it's great. So
my favourite dark ride, by the way, in Europe.
So in Europe,
ever. Yeah, in Europe, it's the best one I've ever ridden. Been on Symbolica and all the big dark rides, all the big Disneyland Paris dark rides, and the Curse is still my favourite.
That says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And we've just completed 13 on single rider. Let's take a 65-minute queue and make it 10 minutes.
That was good.
You can't complain at that, can you?
Can't complain.
A perfect edition.
The perfect edition. Look at, by the way, all the improvements that are happening to this place just over this season. Who would have thought at the start of this year we would have had single rider queues back?
Massively.
We've always had one on the Smiler, but I used the Spimble one the other week and it saved my wait time by about 45 minutes. We've just walked on 13 now, haven't we?
Right, literally straight to the front of the queue. And the guy there, I said to him, like, you're batching this really well. Like, he absolutely smashed through that.
They were.
Great operations.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's all maths, baby. It's all maths.
It's all
my God. Sorry, I've just noticed the girl behind you has got a Hex hoodie on. And I didn't know there was any merch. I don't think there is for this year. I think that's from the past.
I want that hoodie.
I literally was just saying to Bianca before, we're in the DMs, I was saying, like, Hex merch. She was like, maybe we'll look at it in the future, but right now we just want to get the attraction open, which is the right thing to do.
I want some Hex merch. I love the logo of Hex.
I do. I think demand's there, but I think people need to talk about it, and we might see it. So
please bring back some Hex merch, please.
Food done, and there's loads of external vendors, which are similar setup to when we were here at Oktoberfest. If you've not seen that case, feel free to check it out. Some new food items. So last time there was the pretzels, which I loved. Very salty though. This time I got stir fry. Big portion, but not warm, unfortunately. They are external vendors, so that's not to do with the park. It was a shame that it was cold. I thought it was going to be nice and hot for this cold day, but not quite there. However, we did get some entertainment as well. Got to see the Spooky Gang do their spooky dances. Very family friendly, very good. Enjoyed it a lot. So during Oktoberfest, we enjoyed the churros, and we did make a point about, hey, sunshine, it's not raining now. Look at this. So we mentioned, oh hello. So we mentioned about the churros, and they were like very much overdone. They're more like a biscuit. Whereas we just had some more, thanks to Scarefest. Oh, sunshine, and they were delicious.
Yeah, they were loads better this time. And they were in a tray rather than a cone, so it was easy to eat and hold.
Everything was so much easier. Sorry, I've stopped in the middle of the path because that tree is blocking the sunlight. They were delicious. What's probably also delicious is all this free sweets we're going to get in Trick or Treat Town. So let's go and have, but we can swap it for veggie. We'll get to that. Let's go have a look. I love having fun, and if I can have fun and get sweets, then that is A-okay from me, and that was Trick or Treat Town. I love that.
It was really fun.
It was so fun, genuinely. Like, I'm very much like a positive, go-lucky kind of guy, so I see the good in all sorts, but genuinely, I had so much fun in there. So much more in terms of scenes and theming than I expected. Literally, as soon as we went in, I got a scare, which was probably nice and cute for the kids, but I genuinely was not expecting it. So I was like, whoa! And this big policeman caught me off guard.
You're not expected to get scared in there because you were like, hello! You were like,
completely caught me off guard. All the interactions with the characters were fun. Like, it was all bold, vibrant. It basically felt like what is it called? Monster, the Madhouse at Legoland Monster Party. It was that sort of vibe. Very fun, very bold, very colourful, but yeah, spooky as well. And it was great. I really did love that. I was being a bit silly and having lots of fun interactions with the staff. I'm looking at the screen to see Sammy pulling eyes at me. I was just being somewhat in character and asking if they had any milk I could borrow. And it was just all a bit silly, but it was good fun.
I think you just really want to work in a scare attraction because every time we're in one, you get very involved.
I'd love to. Can I be like a guest feature, please? That'd be so fun. I genuinely would do it properly, but I don't think I'd have the time to do full-time work and all the work we're doing at the agency, and then also doing that. It would be a lot for me. But genuinely, that was so fun. We did get squirted as well with water. And also, as we alluded to before, if you come to the end, and you may request for the vegetarian or vegan options of the Haribo sweets. So you've got some vegan ones which you can have?
Yeah.
So everyone's careful. That's great. What more can you want? I mean, this is obviously very much aimed at the young ones, the little Padawans. So
But it is good.
don't expect anything more than that, because that's what it is. It's aimed at the kids, and the kids that we saw in there were loving it. They were having fun. I'm a big kid. I had big fun, so happy days. I thought it was great. It is an upcharge attraction, but we've got the Spooks and Frights combo, right? Which means we get the 4 more adult-orientated mazes, let's say, and then the 2 kids ones. So the first one is Trick or Treat Town, and next up is, checking the sign, Amigos in the Afterlife. I thought we were going to do it at the same time. That would have been cool.
I just was trying to help you say it, and then you had it, so I just went
Yeah,
off with it.
not quite on deck just yet, are we? We'll get there.
No.
Barry's, where's the note? Barry's a little wormy. There we go. Yeah, Amigos in the Afterlife. That was a lot of fun.
You enjoyed that way too much. You loved it.
I'm the person that I would like to think the entertainment team want, because I get involved. I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm doing everything, and trying to bring the mood up, trying to bring the energy to the group.
Whereas I'm awkward. And
It felt flat at first, but it definitely picked up towards the end. And
Do you think it felt flat at first?
a little bit, only from our group, not from the entertainers. They were doing everything they could, but I think some people were a bit like, oh. But then I think they got to a point where they realised it was a very interactive affair. And at that point, it was, we were flying. Oh, squirrel. That was the timing. That was the anti-deck timing we were missing before. That was really good fun. I mean, that's the second of the family editions here at Scarefest. And that was brilliant.
They're both really
My biggest wins, actors were great, did not let up at any point. They were just fully giving it all the time, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
And that needs to be in there. And the fact that they're doing that presumably for a lot of hours a day, well done. And very repetitively, well done. Secondly, the fact that I've never been in there as it being a dungeon, but for that whole place to be transformed into that was pretty mad. Like all the paintings of the flowers, all the scenery. Like there was one scene where you're doing the dancing, spoiler alert, and it was obviously there was like stone walls, which I'm guessing was a bit more medieval-esque and more fitting in with the dungeon-esque, more fitting in with the dungeons. Yeah. But actually, it fit in perfectly with what they did there. It was like a little courtyard. You were doing the dancing. I like the little creaky noises with the skeletons, and it was great. And Barry is a little wormy. And it was fantastic. It was great. Good finale, that, with the Barry.
Yeah.
And then I did get another jump scare at the end. I don't know if you saw. I
heard you like being like, whoa, again.
Yeah,
And I was like, how are
she
you getting
got
jump
me.
scares in
Because I'm not expecting it. I didn't expect this to be something. And she was just rounding up the group to make sure we were leaving. So, that was superb. So 2 out of 2 for the family attractions. If you're with young ones and you think, hey, let's do an upcharge attraction for the kids, you do both of them, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Great fun. They're not scary, they're spooky, they fit in with the vibe. Halloween can be fun and spooky, not just
quite long,
scary. Yeah, it was quite long actually. We need to go catch up with the rest of the group because it's just been the 2 of us. We've had to split the agency to cover more ground, so we're going to go catch up with the rest now. And I believe Daz Game Panic Reloaded is up next. First time on Daz Game's Panic Reloaded.
Oh yes.
I was panicked.
Who won in our group?
I don't know. I got
it was
none.
me.
Like that was like a sensory overload. Next thing I knew, I had a guy in like a paint suit squaring up at me, and then I walked another like 2 meters, and then there was a clown in my face. Like it was like what? It was just mad.
In one moment when the lights came on, you were just like, what?
I was like, what is going on around here? No, that's just craziness.
There's a lot going on.
Absolutely
My brain was
craziness.
like, I was just trying to focus on finding symbols, and then one of mine was in a tunnel.
Yeah, it was. I guided you there, didn't I?
And then they grabbed my legs.
Oh, did they?
Which I didn't
I didn't know
enjoy.
that.
Wow.
No, thank you. Well, I hope it was someone and not just a random person grabbing my legs.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I was like, get off my legs!
It's very chaotic, but I think it's a lot of fun. And I think it's a nice difference to everything else you're going to do for the rest of the evening.
I enjoyed it, but it was just that 5 minutes goes fast in there.
Really
so
quick.
Fast.
Yeah, I don't know how many actors there were in there. I mean, everywhere.
It felt like a lot compared to previous years.
I had ones where I had to press a lot of buttons as well. And the one button I had to press was really dark, and I didn't know there was a button there, so I couldn't see it to press it. And I was like, I pressed them all.
but very, very good fun. It's very different to anything that I've experienced before, and it's like an alternative really to an escape room. It's like a Halloween version of an escape room, which is so unique.
It feels more mazy than an actual maze. Like often scare mazes are a linear route, but that is an actual maze, find a way out, and then the escape room element with the like challenges. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I kind of wish it was a more permanent thing, in all honesty.
I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it.
Good.
And at first I was like, I'm not going to rush to get out, but then I was like, no, I need to get out. I don't
You want to win. You do. It's competitive. Yeah.
It's really good fun.
I'm very glad you both enjoyed it. I'm glad it's back for another year. Our friends Nat and Beth, Coastal who's nearby, are absolutely smashing through the leaderboard. Mostly Nathan. So well done, mate. 16 seconds. I think someone's cheating a little bit, but I'm not going to out him too much on this if Harry's done it.
physically possible.
I'll tell you off camera. Right, next up, more spooky bits, please. Altonville, Mine Tour, Tiny's Revenge.
Yeah.
You got picked on in it.
Picked on. That's
a polite word.
I was going to say, I feel actually harassed. Yeah, like fully harassed. I mean, I'd like to think that I knew the person, but I don't know who it is. But it's really good. Like, I think we all had a really good, like, solid run through.
really
We did, that was great.
Loads
Best
of
run through I've
actors.
had.
Loads of actors. Great.
I mean, yeah, just for context, quite near the beginning, man in the gas mask suit thing,
Yeah.
he literally pulled you to one side.
Yeah, and left. Like, I'm on my own then. Left on my own.
we were done.
And he kept telling me he was my best friend, but my best friend's Sam, and I know he's across the park, so I don't know who it was. And I was on my own then. I had to run to catch up to Sammy. I was like, I'm here, help!
It was great. It stank in there. It was so well themed.
It stank.
Stank. It was great though. I think that was a good run through.
It
Very
was
good run
good.
through. What did you guys think as your first
Oh
time?
god, that's so bright.
Sorry, I know.
No, it was really good. It was, a lot of touching and grabbing and getting cornered in ways I didn't want to be. But it was.
I
Very
forgot
good.
you got touched in that because I didn't properly. But you ladies did.
This
I
year.
think because you were screaming, you were easy targets.
all these
I think
scare
that's
mazes
why.
that touch me. I'm not used to being touched in scare mazes, so it's freaking me out. But yeah.
Good though. And what
very
did you
good.
think, Mr. Bryce yourself?
Absolutely terrifying. Like, I got touched in there quite a few times. One of the guys in the gas mask, he followed me down the corridor and started touching my hair. And the next thing I knew, one of the cheerleaders popped out of like a corner in the middle of this cave, don't know where she was hiding, then grabbed my leg. And I was like, what? Like, this is mad. And then the chainsaw finale was terrifying, but at that point I've been literally scared out of my skin. Literally, you could throw anything at me and I was just going to scream at it. But that, don't you dare, Mikey, that's very naughty. But honestly, first time I've ever done that scare maze here at Alton Towers, that is first class.
Great,
That is honestly amazing. Well done to everyone involved
Great.
in that.
Right.
Brilliant.
Let's follow up with a run through the attic, please.
Oh gosh, you're going to scare me again?
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
All right then.
The attic, Terror at the Towers. Yeah, good. Definitely enjoyed it. It didn't seem as packed as what other people have said. However, there was a lot of silent scares, like people just sort of lurking in the darkness or in the corners. And I thought that worked really well. Everyone's staring at me because I got the big bright light on, and I'm kind of hoping someone might join me and share my thoughts. It's easy to dialogue with two. Hello.
Hello. I liked it.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot, yeah. Especially the devils at the end that got me. Really got me right at the end as we were exiting the maze. Just one popped straight out and screamed in my face.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm with you. I'm just trying to
Terrifying.
think through, yeah.
Absolutely terrifying, yeah.
It's definitely
I loved it.
some sorry, not in frame. It's definitely some scenes that have been repeated from previous years. I assume a lot of the scenes are the same. But they work well, so why change?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
That's what I say. I love getting in there again. I really did.
It has been there for a while, so I suspect we could see maybe something fresh soon. I don't know, but definitely done a very good job, and it's sturdy. It works well, right? As you say,
Yeah.
what isn't broke, don't fix. No, wait, hang on, what is it?
If it ain't broke, don't
that
fix
way.
it, Mikey.
Why can't I talk? What's going on? That was really weird. It has been a long day, been up since 5:30. I think it's 7 p.m. now.
It is 20 past 7.
Oh,
yeah.
geez, honestly, today's flown by. We've had a lovely day, but we have potentially best till last in the compound. We're going to meet up with everyone else. And I've not done it, you've not done
No,
it.
I've never done it.
Detective Whitmore's not done it, and we're going to meet up with the others who haven't done it either. So, very exciting.
Oh, scared.
Right, so the lot of us, all however many of us there are, have just completed compound. There's been a lot of mixed reactions to it. There's been people who really enjoyed it, people who haven't really enjoyed it, and I sit in the yes, I really enjoyed it camp. We went through with Beth, Detective Litical, who has done many run-throughs, at least like 10 by now, and she said that we did get a shorter run-through, but I still loved it. I can imagine that if you get a longer run-through, yeah, you're going to be in there for longer, of course you're going to still enjoy it, but I enjoyed it for what it is. I'm leaving that to one side. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was. Theming, full-on, incredible. There's so many different set pieces. I was genuinely surprised, very disorientated with the lighting. Lighting's been a big key of this event, actually. Really windy now as well. You might be able to see, or hear a bit of something. Yeah, I'm shaking about. The thing I like most about that is the very specific storyline. So there's, oh, the fire's gone out at burial grounds. Yeah. So a lot of mazes have somewhat generic themes, in the sense of like spooky this, spooky that. I mean, I think of Farmageddon, it's like, oh, it's a butcher thing, or it's a maze of clowns, like, you know, it's all sort of similar stuff. The stories they've got here at Towers, the sort of themes, the laws, they're so specific, so unique, and so curated for the park and for the rides, right? Having a maze that stays with that lore, stays with that theming and that family of nemesis is like so unique, and it doesn't just stay in that world, it's extending that storyline. The fact, I mean, I had no idea I knew it was tied in with it, but spoiler alert, I didn't know that we were part of the Seek the Truthers and then we're going through the compound itself. Like, I mean, obviously I knew we were going through the compound, but I didn't know it was us being captured in that sense. And I just thought it's really good. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see more of this lore, more of the expansion of it. I mean, there's so many other areas that you can do, right? You've got the Ministry of Joy. Imagine that as like a walkthrough area, or maybe even a maze, and it's kind of kooky, quite lots of contraptions and stuff. That'd be really good. A bit more sinister perhaps with it. You could have stuff with like 13 and the Wraiths. You can have stuff with like maybe even Hex and the Curse of Alton Manor. Like, there's so much more you can do, and that's what I want to see, because that's what's really made that maze so specific and unique. No other place in the country can do that story and that idea, and that's what I think makes it really good. It's a multi-route again, which gives it a lot of replay value, which I think is great. I don't have a pass, I can't do it multiple times, but I am going to pay and do it again because I think it's definitely worth it. So thumbs up from me, loved it. I'm so glad to see a permanent building there as well, because we're going to have that for a few years, I imagine. And you know, it ties in with the rest of Forbidden Valley. It's just extending that idea, that story, and I suspect in the long run they can retheme it, do something else, and we'll always have their building there. The stairs are all permanent there, like it's a very fixed affair, so very happy with that. Well done Towers, well done Towers, and Merlin, and John Burton, and Bianca, and everyone. Well done team, and events, entertainment, anyone. If you're involved in it, well done. Right, we need to go to the burial grounds. Welcome to the agency, Coast of Chelsea.
Hi.
Long time we have been discussing and investigating, and today we are together, which is very exciting, so thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
How did you find burial grounds?
Oh, it's scary. There was one guy, I saw like a dead rabbit on the wall, and I was pointing at it, and then suddenly this guy with a big snout in my face, and I screamed so much.
I think that's really good. It's described as a scare zone, right? But I would say that's more of a, it's just like a maze. It's
yeah,
like any of the
like
mazes.
Maze. Like, there's different like cloths hanging down that you have to go through. There's one bit where you go through like a tunnel and it's pitch black and it's scary.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You went through it. Yeah, you did.
The tunnel?
Yeah, you go through like a cloth.
Oh, I thought you meant as in like a tunnel like you crawl in. You mean
no,
like a blacked out shed thing?
Yeah,
I know what
blacked
you mean,
out shed tent thing. Yeah, that.
It works so well. Like, I was just talking before about compound and like expanding the lore, and I completely forgot that burial grounds does the same thing, right? We're taking the idea
like
of the Wicker Man and like those who worship him, and they've got their own area. All the like theming and scenery with like the actual fire. There's real fire in there.
Fire looks good.
It's great, and having
it's
it all
nice
outdoors.
And
It is. It was really toasty. It was nice. Having like all the like fire was great. Having all the lighting colours was superb. The fact that it's all outdoors, I thought it worked really well. You know, and for a freebie, it's like a nice little taste of what Scarefest is.
I loved it.
I thought it was superb.
Definitely.
Grand. Well done, Towers. Nice to have you back, and we'll see you next year, hopefully, burial grounds. And with a final ride of Nemesis Reborn, literally last train to end our night here. That is Scarefest 2024 done. How has it been? It's been absolutely fantastic. I have loved it. We're in the car park, as you can probably tell, because it's been a bit of a mad rush to get on Nemesis at the end there. So hopefully everything's fine. You can hear me okay, because it's very windy out here, very cold, and it's 10 p.m. and we've got a way back to HQ. But yeah, this has been great. There's been so much talk online about people saying it's been great and other people saying it's not, and you know, each to their own. Simply, people will like it, people won't. I understand why some people. Oh, music's on. I can feel it through the car. I understand why people might not like certain mazes and stuff because they've had a bad run through, or just their placement in the queue, perhaps. So like Attic, we were sort of in the middle, so I didn't get the scares as much as other people, which is one of those things, unfortunately. But taking myself out of that and assessing it for what it is and seeing that people were getting scared, the theming was good, the actors were good. Yes, it's been there for a few years. I'm sure it'll be refreshed at some point, but it was still done well, right? Don't fix what isn't broken, as Adam was saying before. It's been fantastic. I think such a key part of the event is lighting. I feel like there's more lighting everywhere. The atmosphere has been great. It's been throughout. We're not getting the sort of spooky theme music everywhere like you do at Thorpe Park, and I've always appreciated that about Thorpe Park with Friday nights. But the mazes have been superb. I mean, having, you know, burial grounds and compound being very specific to the rides that they're themed around, having those unique theme storylines, the expansion of the lore. You know, Forbidden Valley's had this whole, well, not shift, but this whole evolution this year, and being able to have rides and, you know, extras, add-ons like compound as extensions to that story, and for us to really immerse in it is great. And I mean, yeah, even the more family friendly ones we did at the beginning, like, I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised. It's been absolutely superb. Everything's been great. Obviously the company we've had today has been superb, and superb a lot, and this has been wicked as well. It's been great company. I mean, I can wait any amount of time. If I got good company, then, you know, it's great. That's what makes the day, right? And we are pass holders, we come here often, so I don't mind the fact that we rode 2 roller coasters and 4 dark rides, and then just in mazes in like a 12-hour day ish. That's fine. I don't mind that. And events are there for the repeat guests, that then you get something new. You'll get some people come twice a year. They'll come once just for a regular day. They'll come again for Scarefest. And I'm sure those people have different opinions than those of us who come loads, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it just as much as us as well. Like, it is just, sorry, it's so much to think about, but it is great. I think it has been an improvement on previous years. It's just, it has been superb. I mean, as I say, each to their own opinion. Some people don't like it, and I get that, and some people do, and I definitely love it. I think it's been great. Atmosphere's there, the teams and all the actors have been great, and the mazes themselves have been great as well. So I'm sure we're going to get more and even better in the future years. And this is, you know, first proper year of Scarefest under Bianca. So believe in Bianca, believe in what's going on. It's not an overnight fix, but there's definitely lots of improvements, a lot of good that has come from this year and this season. And Scarefest is always such a fun way to end the season, even though it's not ended yet, because there's fireworks and there's Christmas bits. So I'm sure we'll be back again. However, that is case closed from here. Scarefest Alton Towers in 2024. So for myself, Detective Miracle, Detective Whitmore, who's in the car, and hopefully warm by now, so I'm going to jump in. And everyone else who's been here today, it's been fantastic. Thank you all for joining us in our investigations. And that is case closed. We'll see you next time.